Yes, blessed. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Let's go. Boom, baby, boom. Rise and shine. Some shine out there. Mom's helping out their sons. Look at that. Look at that extra effort right there. Hold still, hold still. Fuck, Mom, I know you want the best for me. Why are you always holding my hand? I'm grown, but I want to be free. Soon he'll have his freedom. Soon he'll be able to own his own life. And in that comes your own anxiety and strife. We had to have this conversation this morning. The LBOG's in the game. Here live at the gym, already sweating, getting it in. And I found out about performance anxiety last night. I had a really cool night last night. I got to go to a whole new beach I didn't even know existed on this little island in the middle of the Mediterranean, and all these big ass yachts were pulling up, and boats and hoes and naked people and topless people and pretty much everything you need to be a hedonistic island in the middle of the Mediterranean. And your boy Saint met some cool locals. I befriended this one chick. She has some really bright eyes. I was like, you got some serious eyes. And she spoke like 4 different languages. Introduced me to the homies. One lives on the hill. One lives on the yacht. Gave them a joint to bring out to the yacht. You know what I mean? Join Weed Club. And I was partying with them and hanging out with them. Had a little pizza and beer. Really good pizza, by the way, with better. He called it Bardoa. La Bardoa or something. It's like a better than mozzarella, right? It was like an amazing cheese that just kind of spread. It was like in a dough, like a ball in the middle of my pizza with the crust. And the guy was like, get pizza. And I'm like, I get pizza everywhere. But he's like, yeah, but pizzas are extra good here. And I was like, all right. So let me go get one of your pizzas with jamon, jamming on Hammond. You know what I'm saying? It was really cool to fucking see this shit and be a part of it. So I'm in there and I'm doing my thing, hanging out with the locals, and it got late. And the last bus leaves at 11:30, and I get there at 11:36. Homegirl's trying to give me directions, kind of gave me wrong directions, then walked with me. And I'm like, I gotta go, bro. And she was like, yeah, give me another hug. I'm sure that last hug made me late, but really what it did was it made me mad. And here's what's really honest about this conversation is I just found out at 43 years old that I have performance anxiety. I get so wound up because things aren't going right or in a mood or to the beat that I like, or somebody's walking by, or any little thing that can bump me off my game, bump me off my concentration, bump me off my offense or defense, and make me become irrational. I start to, almost like my mother, become bipolar with the subject. I become manic. I feel like I gotta try harder, I gotta do more, and the phrase "you are enough" almost doesn't even fit. You know, it's like I was never enough. I never did enough to get the attention of my father. I never did enough to please my mother, and for me, good is only average. And that really just joined in on me, dude. Like, not to be DJing in the background with the music, but like, the girl messaged me this morning and she was like, did you make it back to Palma okay? This is a good 45 euro trip, a $50 mistake because I was 5 minutes late and I'm on the other side of the island, and I should pay my dues. I should chalk it up to the game. I should just be grin and bear it. I had a good time. Might as well pay the extra $50 to get by us home. Woken up this morning grumpy about it, and I realized that I'm having a tough time with mistakes. And I've always had a tough time with mistakes. I've always had a tough time with second place. I've always had a tough time not getting enough attention. I always had a tough time if things weren't going my way or the right way, or feel things that felt right to me, and how I react to it was almost like a spoiled brat. like I didn't get what I wanted, I didn't get my ice cream, let me throw a fit. And somewhere in there, I think we've all done it. We've all done that. When's the last time you eaten, Megan? Well, I haven't eaten anything. Like when you're really hungry and you go above and beyond being more than just angry, you're hangry, and you're yelling at people that you love. The we're about to miss the bus, we're about to miss the train, we're about to miss the plane. We ratchet up the anxiety to get our performance up, but it also makes us perform less. And here's where it comes for the stress test is like, when I'm talking to a beautiful woman, I remember the most beautiful woman I ever saw was this close, me and her hooking up, and she said something to the effect of, I don't like your writing style, your texting style. And I was like, this shit's genius right here. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Immediately, I went on the offense. And when you take offense, right, and you take offense, you really take off. And you leave the position of what you know into a position of what you don't know. You don't know how you're going to react. You don't know how the situation's going to end up. And most importantly, if you're obsessed about winning or controlling or being effective, right, you might overperformance yourself. And that sucks, dude, because it's like, there's such thing as like overtraining. I'm in the gym now. There's a bunch of people here at the gym, just me on the treadmill. But there's a performance anxiety there where it's like, oh shit, I'm about to get laid. I gotta have a hard on. Oh shit, I gotta get an A. I gotta study harder. Oh shit, I'm about to go to the gym or about to go to the beach. I better go to the gym first and look better. Driving ourselves nuts, and I know women do it too. Well, oh shit, I don't have the right purse, it's not the right weather, it's not the right sweater. Let me throw myself into a tizzy. Let me make everybody have anxiety around me and not let me have some kind of closure with mistakes that happen. I loved it when I saw the dude let the hose boat row themselves back to the boat. You wanted to go on the boat? I picked you up. You can row back. And a lot of us, we ain't trying to row back. We're not trying to look silly. We're not allowed to make fools of ourselves. We're not allowed to look strange or be weird. Keep Portland weird. It's one of those things that in our weirdness, that's what makes us unique. The unique way that you laugh, or the way you interact with people, or even a smile breaks anxiety so much faster than, oh, this ain't working, and this ain't working because this, and this, and this. I think about my friend in the mornings. He can't wait to raise his voice. He can't wait to complain. He can't wait to be distracted. Throw a fucking joint in his mouth, bite his nails, do all the anxiety-filled things instead of go outside for a fresh breath of air and walk, stretch, come work out with me. No, all the things that are natural anxiety relievers, what do? We tense up. We clench our jaws. We clench our fists. We do things that make our anxiety worse. We bitch. No, I'm feeling stressed. Let me yell at the stewardess. That's not what I wanted at the restaurant. Let me chew out the waiter. Taxi driver. It's not his fault I got stuck, but I was still like, man, I'm still a little bit mad that I just spent $50 on a taxi ride. Now, instead, part of my mind wants to be like, well, at least you got a ride. At least you're not stuck. At least you can afford it. And part of me was like, man, fuck that. I could have ate a bunch of chocolate and sugar. I could have splurged. I was supposed to go to a paella dinner. I was saving up for that with my friends. Now I'm in the pinch. I missed it by 5 minutes, and I wouldn't let it go. It drove me crazy even to this morning. And the girl was like, yo, I explained it to you. Sure, she was distracted. Sure, she went for a swim at the 10:30 because it goes 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. I got this last bus to catch, and I'm in anxiety. I got to perform. I got to be on time, and if I'm not on time, everything falls apart for me. And I didn't want to be like that. I didn't want to be a house of cards that was so easily to be blown over, I wanted to win at everything that I did. And here's the catch of life is you win some, but you also lose some. And to lose with dignity. I'm so competitive. I would talk shit out loud. I was at a party once, and I was kicking everybody's ass at foosball, and then they were like, you're too much. You're too much performance. You're too much competition. You're acting too much. And for some of us that desire that fame of being the winner and how much it makes us feel like, yes, I won. But we don't give a fuck who we smashed to get there. We don't give a fuck how we looked as long as we win. I win. And it's like, actually you lost, dude. You lost the respect of your friends. You lost your humanity. You lost your awareness. And that's something that I had to key in on. For me personally, was that I was like, oh shit, dude, I got like no room for error. If it's not printed and on that deadline, I'm tripping like grandma's chicken. I'm rushing around, I'm sweating, I'm breathing less, I'm having performance anxiety. Like I gotta perform like some kind of robot, like some kind of dog through a hoop. That's my deal in life, is that I'm supposed to dance, monkey dance. And when I don't dance, I get really down on myself. Like, fuck, I missed that play with my ex-girlfriend. She was freaking me out, and I missed being calm with her. I missed talking with her. I missed opportunities to tell her that I loved her and everything was going to be okay. Instead, I freaked out and went like, you can't kill my baby. You can't do this right now. Get out of the fucking car. I can't fucking handle this. And I went right into my mom's shoes, right into my dad's shoes of freaking the fuck out, doing exactly the opposite of what performance is, did the anxiety, and freaked out. I just seen with this girl this morning. She was like, are you still mad about not paying the thing? And I was like, I was pissed enough to miss the bus. And that's exactly what I did. I missed the bus. And when I came back, everybody was closing down the shops and everybody gave fuck less. And I was just like, y'all don't really care about me. Like, I know I just met you people, but you guys don't give a fuck. And part of me wanted to put the responsibility on her. I've been waiting around for her. We were supposed to go together. There was a plan and she'd switched the plan or got drunk or whatever had happened. She was less concerned about me getting home than her getting home. And that was just facts. And I was just like, oh shit, okay, I ain't got no friends here. Got you. I thought these were my people. Maybe not. They live there. They have their own path home. I didn't have a path home. And because it was on me to get my own self home, I'm the one that has to pay for the fucking taxi. I'm the one negotiating with the taxi, like, can we find someone else and maybe split the cost? And he goes, bro, people going to Palma, there is nobody going to Palma. There's either people going to Sawyer, you're at Port de Sawyer, which could have been that girl. She could have thrown me, I don't know, 5-10 euros and helped me with the thing. Would that have made me feel better? A little bit. And ask yourself, what makes you feel better? Is it the joint? Is it the sex? Is it the fucking alcohol? Yeah, that made me feel a little bit better. To find less anxiety on this planet healthily, right? It's a very difficult thing to do. And say it's addiction, it's almost easy to just say, yeah, I'm just fucking park and spark, bro. I can just wake up, wake and bake, zone out, and it'd take me hours for me to come around, getting off my phone, pressing the same 3 fucking apps every time, and wasting away my life, when I was out there literally floating as the day I was born, floating, looking up at the sky and talking to myself and saying, am I alive? And are you over it? And my eyes started watering and there's salt water in my eyes and all that shit. But it's like, are you over it yet? You know, am I ready to let go of mistakes that have already been made? Am I ready to give myself reprieve for something that had already happened? Am I giving up all that anxiety, grinding my teeth, late nights, overeating for things that have already happened? And this is tough for me because like part of me is emotionally bonded to it, right? It's making me teared up. I feel a certain way to it. My brain found a way to adapt to it. You know, it's one of those things that we do. We tell ourselves a story so that our brains can comprehend something, that we can digest it better, right? If certain things are too overwhelming, right? Like we were talking about the other day where it was just like there was a phone call, an email, there was 3 bits of information that hit me all at the same time and blew me out of the water. That's my performance anxiety. Part of me since college was like, yo, I need to go harder. I need to be smarter. I need to fucking move, boy, move. And then like in that anxiety, it kind of made me tip over my toes. Kind of like when I was starting the show this morning. It makes you trip up. You don't perform as well as you would as if someone that was calm. It's almost like an adrenaline dump if you're at the, if you ever been in a fight, you get this rush of energy, but then you lose all your energy. And that's what it felt like. It felt like I was losing my energy, and not in a good way, but in a very, very negative, self-destructive, I make mistakes too awareness day, you know? I was like, fuck, man. I get so driven. Let's get the test done. Let's get the test done. I'm such an American. Jai Yin Yin. Settle your soul is what they told me in Thai school. Jai Yin Yin. Today is Queen's birthday. Nobody's doing any tests. What? I'm freaking out. I'm running around trying to get everybody to motivate and move forward. And they're like, today's not the day. And some days your day isn't going to be today. Some days you're going to feel like you've been talking to your ex, talk to your other ex and someone else. It's like the trifecta had overwhelmed me. And I'm not allowed to be overwhelmed. I'm supposed to be a man. I'm supposed to perform. I'm still supposed to show up in the gym. I'm still supposed to get touchdowns. It doesn't even matter if 2 defenders are on me. I got to catch this ball. There's going to be more balls dropped than caught. I'll tell you that right now. As much as we practice to be Jerry Rice or practice our motions or practice with our hands, there are going to be some shots that go through and hit us. And or we dropped it. And I have a tough time dropping balls, bro. I heard that with Jerry Rice. You just get pissed, just fucking hit the ground, hit the fucking football. Just like, I'm supposed to catch that shit. And that kind of energy makes me full of anxiety. And part of me still gets that player and still gets that ball and goes, yeah, let's perform. Let's run our routes and we're good. We're slippery. Catch that shit. Get that touchdown. Everybody's happy. What's going to happen when you don't catch the touchdown? What's going to happen when you lose Super Bowl Sunday? What's going to happen when you lose the biggest play of your life? And that's what it feels like to me. It feels like me losing my child, my son, the next born, the thing that was worth everything to me. I treated with fear and anxiety. I approached it with not knit gloves, but with hustle gloves. And we got to do this. We got to perform. Be here, be now. Go over there. Catch that block. Do this, do that. I'm running this show. And I was barely running myself. You know, that's a tough thing to talk about is that, you know, for a kid that's taken the SATs 3 different times, getting up early on a Saturday so I could go sit with a bunch of other kids, go to school when school was closed so I could get a better score. Everybody's looking for a competitive advantage. I'm in this gym right now and people are wanting to look skinnier, have the better outfit, sweat more, do more hours, have the flatter stomach, have the bigger butt. We do it all the time. We're competitive with ourselves and we'll starve ourselves of real gratification in lieu of what my dad used to call delayed gratification, right? So we can delay the gratification and go, nah, we're not going to eat till 3 o'clock, Saint. We're on a diet. Don't just wake up and slam some fucking sugar fresh juice down your mouth. I wanted some motivated juice. It's my favorite thing to wake up to. Same like you and your coffee. Same like you and your weed. Maybe even you and your beer. There are times when we just go, that's the thing that I needed. And what's really weird is the thing that we really need is to get up and get outside and get the fucking sun on our skin. But it's hot outside, so my friend turns on the aircon. I gotta sweat all the way here. But as soon as I get in the gym, there's really good air con, so I'm okay with it. But hold on, I need to blow my nose real quick. People are flexing. I guess let's just see too. This is what we're doing. We're flexing in here. Girls flexing, and that's us, you know. We're trying to highlight the things that we're really, really good at and hide the things that we're really, really bad at. And the facts are, is we're bad at all of it, bro. That's the tough thing is we don't want to talk about it, but it's true. We do these things because they're self-evident that we want to highlight our value. You know, I got big tits, I got big lips, I got a big butt. That's my external value, but the internal things, the things that matter most, you know, are called the intangibles. Hear me out, feel me now. When we're in the NFL Combine and they're looking at athletes, they're some of the best athletes in the world and in the States combined. All these kids are 6'6", 660 pounds, running a 40 faster than 6 seconds, right? And what's happening is They're looking for the intangibles. They want to see, are they feeding the homeless on the weekends? The one guy had a $100 bill in the playbook and asked him if he read the playbook. And he knew he would lie. He was like, thanks for that $100, because everybody that read the playbook would have made it to the back and got the $100. Certain things like that. I remember listening to a story with Kevin Hart and his mom, and how she said, did you read your Bible yet? No, Mom, I'm stressed. I need that money. Mom, now's not the time. Stop playing around. Yeah, I need you to read that Bible. Mom, stop fucking around. No, seriously, Mom, you're not understanding. No, seriously, Kevin, I need you to read the Bible. Stressing the fuck out. Can't even help himself. And what ended up happening is his mom had all his rent checks, April, May, June, July, all spread out, ready for him. All he had to do was open the Bible. But he thought she meant go read a Bible verse, go pray your way out. No, she meant raise your awareness. I already sent help. I need you to open up your Bible so you can get the checks that you need to pay your rent. I'll wait, bro. I'll wait for it to sink in, because it took me 43 years to figure it out that I don't like making mistakes. I don't like sleeping with a woman that already had children. It kind of fucked with me. I didn't like having somebody say I put something in their drinks and fucking up a good night. I don't like when I make it all the way to a beautiful part of the city, an exclusive place with all these yachts and cool people, and then I fuck up by having to take the taxi back home and missing it by 5 minutes. You will miss things by 5 minutes. You will miss things by a mile. That is okay. That's the morning motivation right there, is the strength to keep going after you made mistakes, after you look foolish to the crowd. That's what the definition of chaos is. It says, before the beginning of great brilliance, there must be chaos. And before you look, someone does something brilliant, they must look foolish to the crowd. Most of us aren't going to be that brave. We don't want to be brave enough to be in front of the girl and look foolish, but the foolish thing could be the thing that makes her giggle. That one little joke. I watch Pokemon too. Oh my God, did you see that? Bonding us together, that we are all still weird. Even though everybody wants to look super poshy in public and look perfect, that I have all the money, I have life figured out, nothing bad's ever going to happen to me. Bullshit. I'm seeing grandma leave her apartment right now. Every one of us is going to lose a grandma. Every one of us is going to lose a mother. It's a difficult thing to deal with, that life, we get born into it for free, but it's going to cost us. It's going to cost us some mistakes. It's going to cost us some confusion, and it's going to cost us some anxiety, and that's just part of life. But the worst part about life is that we make it worse. We compare ourselves to other people and go, why aren't my abs that good, or why isn't my chest that big, or why isn't my butt or lips, or whatever thing, that external thing we keep trying to compare ourselves to doesn't float the boat. How about the anxiety that I don't have when I'm at the gym? Thank you. How about the new friends that I met that were locals and treated me with respect and took care and watched out after me and recommended pizza and did help me get to the bus? It's my own damn fault I didn't make it on time. It's my own damn fault that I was screaming at my ex. I get so worked up. I'd love to sit here and hide behind it. And I go, yeah, well, I'm under so much pressure and I just want to get a touchdown. Can you please? It's never going to work that way. People are only going to work when they feel comfortable. They're only going to do what you ask them to do when they feel safe enough. Trying to push and force something doesn't get the unbutton effect of like love. So I remember this as a kid, and maybe you saw the same child story, but there was a story about the sun and the moon, or the wind and the sun, competing on who had the most power, and the wind just blew and blew and blew, but the guy just grabbed onto his coat tighter and tighter because he needed his coat to survive. When the sun came out, he just gently warmed up the earth, made him sweat, and he gladly took his jacket off. Now, that's us. That's me. That's maybe my tourist way. It's like, I gotta force it, man. We need this touchdown. We gotta punch it in. Get up earlier. Do more push-ups. Fucking get it. And then there's somebody like the rabbit or the hare sitting there taking naps, just woke up, they're comfortable, they get the girl because they made the girl feel comfortable. I'm over there doing tricks, backflips, acting like a monkey, trying to juggle, you know what I mean, getting the attention, and guess what? I end up getting the exact opposite. I end up looking weird or being creepy or too much. How are you, bro? too much energy. And that's what it was. I was too much energy for my ex. I'm man enough to admit it. It was so much pressure on me to fly home from Brazil, get the touchdown, stay in love, have the baby, launch my life. And there's been many moments like that where there were crutch moments where I had to launch. I had to fucking do something. I had to get a touchdown. I had to win at all costs, and I lost it. I lost the baby. I've lost self-respect. I've lost my cool. I've lost a lot of things in life. I've lost that business, all my stuff being stolen. I've lost the time being in jail, in prison. I've lost things and money and friends and situations that I could have kept going if I had been performing properly instead of through anxiety. And that's performance anxiety right there. It's like, you need to pass the test. It could be an SAT, it could be a friend, it could be a situation. And when the anxiety ratchets up on us, we tend to hyperventilate, we tend to throw too fast, we tend to feel the pressure. And that's why we always love watching our sports people win at all costs. 80,000 people are watching. You've been working out for 8 months straight, and now it's time. It's the 8th round. I need you to get a touchdown. I need you to get a knockout. I need you to fucking perform. And we shake these guys after they've been beaten in the face for the last 8 rounds, barely can breathe, barely can stand, and we ask them, come on, baby, be Apollo Creed, be Rocky. I need you to perform. And we all love a good Rocky movie, but even Rocky's fake. That statue's for your boy Smoking Joe Frazier. He was the one in Philly. He was the one that was actually throwing the punches and going to work out in the streets and kids following him. That was Smoking Joe Frazier, bro. That wasn't no fake character called Rambo. And even Smoking Joe's made mistakes and went bankrupt a couple times and got knocked out too. Fuck, that knockout by Foreman was devastating. He literally knocked him out and knocked him straight to his knees. So that's what's going to happen in our lives. It's going to knock us to our knees, bro. It's going to knock us the fuck out. And sometimes we knock ourselves out. And that's something I have to really realize is like, look, I'm alive today. I slept in my own bed. I am safe. I'm safe. Everything's going to be okay. And I am loved. And that is alone by itself. I focus on all the things that go wrong instead of all these amazing things that went right. The fact that I got the call this morning, I got another shirt order from a friend that goes, where are you? Are you back in the States? No? Well, I miss your face. I miss you in my life. They said something to that effect. I miss you in my life, and I'm proud of you, and I admire you. Said this words to me, and I was just like, whoa. One of my reliable models was like, how do you travel? And I'm like, I hustle at my business. How do you do it? I'm, not more than envious, more curious, and still proud of me. She's now on salary. She's now at her job. They need a couple shirts, blah, blah, blah. She works for an attorney shop. And at the attorney spot, she's now salary. She's doing good at work. She's off the junk. She's got a nice car. She's been working and earning and building up this new lifestyle. And I said, I'm proud of her. She's like, I'm proud of me too. And in that moment, I was like, wow, someone told me they admire me, and I'm over here picking myself apart because I missed a taxi or I missed the bus. It's never equal. It's nunca igual. It's never. It's always picking apart and being mad about what's not right instead of looking about what really is right. And the fact that I do have my freedom, and I wasn't in jail, and I just beat my case, and I was swimming in the water. I was floating. There were yachts. There was this lifestyle I never thought I'd see before. I'm living lifestyle of the rich and the famous with the locals, and I made it. Did it cost me 50 euros or $50 to get back 45 euros? Yeah, that's the lumps, bro. And I wish I was better at taking my lumps. I wish I was better at taking my losses, and I wish I had a better head on my shoulder to be on a swivel so that I can make the next play. That's my morning motivation. I'm Mark Saint. I built Saint's Addiction out of nothing. Mostly Saints brand, LVOG, the Las Vegas original. If you got anything out of this, do smash or subscribe or hit the like button. Help me break this algorithm. Help me get my designs out into the world. Help me reach, preach, and teach to people about things bigger than clothing, about things bigger than shirts. It's bigger than life itself, to know thyself and to be able to say, hey man, I'm not perfect. No one is perfect. Then you got Saints Addiction, peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and finished, because I'll be back in about 10 days, back in the land of Fins. And we're going to be getting it in, and hopefully without my anxiety and with plenty of mistakes, but not dwell on them and be able to move forward. Peace. I'll see you on the other side. Ciao.